Let's go to Storytime Village. Let's go to Storytime Village. Let's go to Storytime Village. Let's go to Storytime Village.
Storytime Village.
Storytime Village.
Imagination Village.
Imagination Village.
Come on now, Storytime Village.
Storytime Village.
Place where you can grow.
Place where you can grow.
That's right now, Storytime Village.
Storytime Village.
Place where you can learn.
Place where you can learn.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go to Storytime Village. Let's go to Storytime Village. Let's go to Storytime Village. Let's go to Storytime
Come on, let's go.
Have you ever felt small? Well, did you know that sometimes small things can make a big difference? In our story today, a tiny bug helped to save a big, powerful king grasshopper. The king didn't think the little bug had much, but you'll see, the tiny bug made a huge difference.
Storytime Visit.
Bring Me a Rock by Daniel Miares. Bring me a rock! Look at that grasshopper. What a grouch. And here are his little friends, the other insects. What, like this, he says? The bigger, the better. Well, bossy, bossy, bossy. I will have a majestic pedestal fit for a king. Well, he already has a crown on. There he is. Who made him king? And there are his friends, trooping along, looking meek and worried, carrying huge rocks, bigger than they are. Except for this one little fellow. Well, that rock is as big as he is. And look how grouchy that guy is. Ah, terrible. Well, he says to one, that'll do. The next little insect, oh, yawn, next please. And here is this fellow, I think that's a praying mantis, carrying an enormous rock. And the grasshopper just goes, is that the best you've got? What a bad guy. And then look at the little guy carrying that little rock. Well, it's not a little rock, it's huge. And how displeased the king looks. What's going on? He shouts, I need big rocks, not puny pebbles. Be gone, little bug. Could he have carried a bigger rock than that? I don't think so. There he walks away, looking downcast, and the other friends, the other insects, look, oh, horrified. And there he is on the side, looking ahead, while they've built an enormous tower, climbing up to the sky. So high, the other insects have to help him climb up that high. At last, my throne is complete. What will he do up there? Oh, he'll sip a soft drink and just lounge around. It's quite a tall tower. Look how tiny those insects are, way down below. Oh, now. He's thrown his drink up. Oh, it looks as though the tower is crumbling and falling over. It is. There he goes. Help! Oh, he's holding on to the very edge. And while the other insects stand around aghast, the little one goes, I have an idea. Ah, what was his idea? What he needs is a pebble. And he places that pebble right at the base of the tower. It helps right the whole thing upright again. The king grasshopper's on the top. You saved my life. However can I repay you? He's even doffing his crown to the little one. The little one goes, bring me those rocks. Bring me all those rocks? What? Aha! So they can all have their rock towers. Look, they're all in the same line, but they're way up in the sky. Each one of those friends has their own rock tower. I like that. That's a good story. Bring Me a Rock by Daniel Miares.
How about that? Did you see how the tiny bug used a small pebble to help save the king grasshopper's throne? Boys and girls, have you ever done anything small that made a big difference? Like helping out with chores at home or helping your teacher in the classroom? What are some of the things that you've done to help make a big difference? Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Leroy. How are you today?
Hi there, Priska. I'm having an SUPER super day!
Howdy! Yes, me too. Great day on the ranch.
Well, how did you two like today's story, Bring Me a Rock?
I love the story, but it was missing something.
What was that, Rhonda?
A chair!
Well, hold your horses there, little lady. We didn't need a cheer in the story, but my lasso would have come in mighty handy for that little fella that tried helping the king grasshopper. Hee hee!
Well, I think both of your ideas would be great. But enough about the story. Do you know what time it is? It's time for Word of the Day. That's right. Rhonda, are you ready to help our friends out there learn a new word?
I sure am. I'm Rhonda the reading cheerleader.
Cheerleader, cheerleader, Rhonda the cheerleader. Cheerleader, cheerleader, Rhonda the cheerleader. R-E-A-D read, R-E-A-D read. R-E-A-D read, R-E-A-D read. Cheerleader, cheerleader, Rhonda the cheerleader. Cheerleader, cheerleader, Rhonda the cheerleader. R-H-O-N-D-A, Rhonda's gonna read today. R-H-O-N-D-A, reading is the only way. Cheerleader, woo, woo, woo. Cheerleader, woo, woo, woo. R-E-A-D read, R-E-A-D read. R-E-A-D read, R-E-A-D read.
Well, how about you, Leroy? Can you help our friends learn a new word?
Well, I'll be mighty obliged, Miss Priska. That's what I'll do. After all, I'm Leroy, the literacy cowboy.
It's Leroy, your literacy cowboy. It's Leroy, your literacy cowboy. Gonna lasso up those letters, gonna lasso up those words. It's Leroy, your literacy cowboy. It's Leroy, your literacy cowboy. It's Leroy, your literacy cowboy. Gonna lasso up those letters, gonna lasso up those words. It's Leroy, your literacy cowboy. Yeehaw!
Well, great, Rhonda and Leroy. Our word of the day is pebble.
Pebble.
What is a pebble?
I know. It's a small stone or rock.
Yes, remember, that's what the tiny bug was carrying in the story.
I step on lots of those as I mosey on down the dirt road out at the ranch.
Well, let's spell it. Leroy, what's the first letter in the word pebble?
That would be a P.
That's right.
Yeehaw! Let me get out my rope and lasso us up a letter P. Yeehaw!
Now that we have the first letter, we need your help spelling the word.
Sure, let's do it. Give me a P. Give me an E. Give me a B-B-L-E. Give me a P. Give me an E. Give me a B-B-L-E. That's pebble. Now you try it.
Well, I think they've got it. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Leroy, for helping our friends out there learn a new word.
Field trip.
Our story today is all about rocks. That's why we're taking a field trip to one of Wichita's most recognized and beloved symbols, the Keeper of the Plains. It stands on a 30-foot rock. Now that's a big rock. Our friends at the Mid-America All-Indian Center are giving us a tour. Come on, let's go.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Keeper of the Plains Plaza. Out here at the Keeper of the Plains, did you know that it is a giant medicine wheel? The medicine wheel, as you can see here, is the circle of life for Plains tribes. It represents our world and the life on that world and everything you need to survive. It has the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west, along with Mother Earth and Father Sky. It has the 4 elements. We have air, earth, fire, and water. It also represents the 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter. And finally, the 4 seasons of our lives. We all hopefully will have a spring, summer, fall, and winter as well. At the center of this medicine wheel, in the middle of its 4 quadrants, is the turtle. And the turtle is very significant to many American Indian tribes. There are many stories and legends from all over about the turtle. But the other thing that I've learned since being here in Kansas is that a turtle will always have 13 plates on its back, in the middle of its back. And that has stories connected to the 13 different moons throughout the year. And it's kind of a lucky number 13 instead of a bad number 13. So any turtle you see here in Kansas or elsewhere, you can count 13 plates on its back. The only ones that don't have 13 are sea turtles. Now we're gonna walk you through the Keeper Plaza and show you the different sections of the medicine wheel. But I want you to kind of imagine this sign here as your map to our plaza. If we laid this sign down flat in front of us, we would be in a giant medicine wheel. And the keeper sits in the middle of that medicine wheel just like the turtle does here. The only difference is the keeper faces a little bit different direction. And we'll talk about that some more when we get down there. We are in the first section of our medicine wheel plaza. During the spring and summer months, you'll see steam rising from the rocks below you here, and that represents the air element of our medicine wheel plaza. So I invite you to come back and visit during those times as you can see it rising from the rocks below you. So as we cross over the line, we come into the earth section of our medicine wheel. Around here, you'll see plants and land that represent the earth element in our world. We sort of have to jump outside our element here and focus on these rocks out in front of us. On 4 of these rocks out here, we have giant fire pots, and that represents the fire element of our medicine wheel plaza. Now those fires are lit every night in the winter at 7 o'clock and every night in the summer at 9 o'clock, and the time changes when daylight savings changes. And during those times when the fire's lit and all the elements are on, that's the one time of day that you will have all 4 elements together. So I invite you to come back and visit during one of the nighttime fire pot lightings. Our final element to the medicine wheel plaza is just past this gate here. During the winter, our fountain is not on, but if you can imagine these rocks flowing with water during the summer months when you visit, this will represent the water element to our medicine wheel plaza, and that's how we have the 4 elements of the medicine wheel represented here at the Keeper of the Plains. And in the center, like I said, as the turtle did, stands the Keeper of the Plains. And now we'll turn it over to Sarah to talk to you a little bit more about the Keeper.
The Keeper of the Plains is an iconic symbol in Wichita, known all over the place. People use it in all sorts of advertising and things like that. But the Keeper means a lot more to us in Wichita than just a little mascot. It's more of a symbol for us. It was built by Black Bear Bosun in 1974, but it started being designed in 1968. The Keeper is actually made out of core tin weathering steel, so the rust look on it is actually the way it's supposed to look. Weathering steel means that it gets a rust patina, but it doesn't actually harm the statue, so it's not going to fall down or anything like that. One really special thing about the Keeper of the Plains statue is that it's the only sculpture that Black Bear Bosun ever designed. Black Bear Bosun was a painter. He lived in Wichita for 40 years of his life, from 1940 to 1980, until his death in 1980. And in that whole time, he mostly made paintings, drawings, things like that. But the city of Wichita asked Black Bear Bosun to create the Keeper of the Plains statue to beautify the area and to honor the heritage that we have here. We have a strong Native American heritage here, and we have a strong heritage of people coming together. So when Black Bear Bosun created this statue, he created it as a way to be for all people. He wanted to honor the entire community that we have here. The way that the Keeper is set up, you can see that his hands are raised in a way like this. It's raised towards the east, towards the rising sun, in supplication to the Creator and supplication to Mother Earth, to show that we're all part of the earth and we're all here together and we are thankful for the things that we have.
You know, Rhonda, I love a good riddle.
Me too, Leroy.
I have one for you. What can you catch but not throw?
What can you catch but not throw? I don't know, but let's see if my friend Angela from Spate Elementary knows the answer. Do you think Angela knows the answer?
The orange?
No, not an orange. How about a cold?
Let's give Angela one more try.
I have one more. Why don't lobster share?
That's a hard one. I wonder if Angela will get this one.
'Cause they're red.
Nice try, Angela. Lobsters don't share because they're shellfish.
That's a good one, Leroy. Shellfish. I have a riddle for you. Light as a feather, there is nothing in it, but the strongest man can't hold it for much more than a minute.
Whoa there, little lady. That's a hard one. But I have a buddy from Spade too. Maybe he can help me out. Let's see if my friend Isaiah can answer the riddle. Light as a feather, there is nothing in it. The strongest man can't hold it for much more than a minute.
Holding your breath?
That's right, little buddy. Your breath is light as a feather, and I'm a strong fella, but I can't hold my breath for longer than a minute. Good job.
Isaiah figured it out. I have more riddles, Leroy, but I'll save them for next time. Do you like riddles like Leroy and me? You can join in the fun too. Visit our website and send us your riddles, and we might use yours on Riddles on the Road.
Family time.
It's time for family time with Miss Jean. Grab your parents or your guardians and let's talk.
Well, hello there. My name is Jean Pouncil Burton, but everyone calls me Miss Jean. I'm a Wichita Griot, which is a West African name for storyteller. I love stories and books. In fact, I don't remember a time in my life when there weren't books. My parents read to me, my teachers did too, and I want to pass that joy on to you. We want to encourage you to read at home. We got you started with the fun story, Bring Me a Rock by Daniel Mia Reyes. Now that you've heard the story, let's talk about it. Today, during our family time, we're going to talk about purpose. What is purpose? The dictionary defines it as the quality of being determined to do or achieve something. Do you think the tiny bug in the story had purpose? I do. In fact, His determination saved the king grasshopper's life. We are all diverse and have different talents and skills. What are your skills? What do you do really well? Families, tonight during your story time, have a discussion about purpose. What are you determined to achieve? What are your talents? Your passions? Now it's your turn. Pick out a new book to read together tonight. You can visit our website for book picks, activities, and more fun time stories from me. See you soon.
Book picks.
Hi, I'm Erin, one of the librarians at the Wichita Public Library. Today we're at the Central Library and I have some great books to share with you. Beginning readers will love our first pick. We Are Growing, written and illustrated by Lori Kellner, published by Hyperion Books for Children, an imprint of Disney Book Group. In this story, blades of grass discovered they're growing, each in their own special and wacky way. They love growing together until one day a mower comes through. Look out! The grass is a mess. But will they keep on growing? I bet they will. This book has exciting bite-sized words in it for your beginning reader. Words that they can begin to spot on their own and sound out themselves as they get started in school. Sound out the words together and use your silliest voices for each blade of grass and a bonus dandelion. The expressive faces Kellner has drawn on each little plant are guaranteed to make you laugh out loud. Explore the American Southwest with a dad and his daughter on a hiking adventure in the Grand Canyon. They encounter amazing plants, animals, and rock formations. They even travel through time, as the pages contain cutouts that show the canyon's past at different points in time, when the canyon was at the bottom of a vast sea, or in the time of dragonflies that were as big as an adult's arm. Chin draws amazing, colorful vistas that really help you appreciate the scale of such a gigantic place. You'll learn a lot of new and unusual words by reading this book together as a family. You might even keep a closer eye out on your next walk together, observing as carefully as the daughter does in this book. For more good books like these, come check us out at the Wichita Public Library.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, up you go!
Just like the little bug in our story, Bring Me a Rock, we can all do something special that will help make a positive impact on others. That's what our friends at the Independent School are doing. 30 high school students from the Independent School have stepped up to be literacy champions. Their goal is to make sure that all elementary school students have opportunities and all the literacy tools they need to succeed so they can make it to high school and graduate. The Literacy Champions have friends at Spate Science and Communication Magnet that they call their Book Buddies. The Book Buddies have fun reading one-on-one and learning together over lunch. Let's take a look at the Book Buddy matchups.
So I have an idea. Look, the guy that brought the pebble.
Our literacy champions are super volunteers, awesome advocates, and growing leaders, and we are proud to have them help Storytime Village inspire a lifelong love of reading for Kansas children. For more information about our Literacy Champions program, visit storytimevillage.org. Take a look.
Yeehaw! My name is Leroy, the Literacy Cowboy. Yeehaw!
It's a beautiful day to support law enforcement, isn't it, Leroy?
I love this guy. Wow-wee. How you doing, partner?
Very good.
Well, thank you.
Hey, Leroy, do you know your ABCs?
Oh, we got some doggies here. Kind of reminds me of being back on the ranch. Well, I'm glad they're throwing out the candy before the horses come around. Here comes my buddy Jeff Easter.
You can't wear a hat like that.
Now what's wrong with my hat? Turn the camera off.
Stay tuned. Thank you for joining us for Storytime Village, the show. We want you to read more, learn more, explore more, and we'll see you next time.
Let's go to Storytime Village. Let's go to Storytime Village. Let's go to Storytime Village. Let's go to Storytime Village.
Storytime